Norðlenska nautakjötið. Uppskrift á góðu kvöldi.
Listhúsið í Ólafsfirði stóð fyrir hinni árlegu Skammdegishátíð dagana 27. janúar til 4. febrúar. Í ár tóku 20 listamenn frá öllum heimshornum þátt og héldu fjölbreyttar sýningar og viðburði víða bæinn. Við litum við í menningarhúsinu Tjarnarborg og ræddum við nokkra listamenn.
So we've been here on an artist residency for about 2 months working on new music, so original compositions of ours as well as pieces that composers have written for us. And mostly during the festival, we're practicing and rehearsing these pieces in preparation for recordings and filming of the pieces. We were also preparing for a festival in Reykjavik called Dark Music Days, which just passed, where we were performing as well as our performances here for the Skammdegi festival.
Working as a duo called Passepartout Duo, we have also been recording here videos that try to encapsulate the atmosphere of this town and of what we live every day with our music.
And what is your background?
Well, I'm originally a pianist. In fact, I've been playing piano since I was 6 or so. And in the recent years, I've been focusing on modern repertoire, contemporary music. And since 2015, we've been working together. And that's mainly it.
Yeah, and I'm a percussionist, so I hit things, all kinds of things. And yeah, I came to that rather late. I started on piano about the same time as Nicoletta did, but eventually gave that up for percussion. Yeah, and we've been working together for about 2 years.
Yeah, and we take care of every aspect of the duo. Therefore, we also make our videos, and of course, we have our managers and everything.
Why did you come here? How did you learn about Listhús and Skammdegishátíð?
We had been planning somehow to come to Iceland for a while because, of course, we knew about the very lively artistic community and of a few people who had come here before on residencies, travels, and so on. And well, we found out about the residency online, I believe through some database or simply through other friends who had been here. And of course, we found very interesting how it seemed to create a very strong community and events where the community could take part in. And therefore we applied. And I think this was a particularly good year for us to come here because since a few months we've been traveling on the road non-stop as just working through projects and tours and residencies, and every single one event becomes a very special experience for us.
Yeah, and it's also part of a larger project of ours right now to visit the Nordic countries for music. So we're collaborating with composers from Sweden and Iceland over the course of the year and traveling to the Faroe Islands and Denmark through this large project that now Skammdegi is a part of. Yeah. So that's kind of what brought us here.
Yeah, and part of our work here and research that we have been doing for a while is also to not just make music, but think more about original interpretations of it and create new projects. Like recently we've been working with light design, and now we are starting a new project with a composer from Reykjavik and a composer from Stockholm. And this will take the title of Skammdegishátíð, if I pronounce it right, and we'll focus again on the lights and how they affect life in the Nordic countries.
So I've been exploring different avenues of processes of working and to see how I could respond to this beautiful environment that we're in, and also the very particular light.
And your work that we can see here is?
So this is an installation that's inspired by my experience of the extremes of Icelandic weather. So sometimes it will feel very calm and very beautiful, and sometimes really stormy. And actually my experience of the the dark days has also been reflected internally with some storms internally and some sort of real feelings of calmness. So the piece is reflective of these different perspectives we can have. It's also slightly infused by my practice of Nichiren Daishonin Buddhism, where we perceive the world as reflecting somehow also our mindset that we carry with us, what we call the 10 worlds.
You've been here in Ólafsfirði for the past 2 months. How has it been?
It's been great. It's a small place. It's very quaint. We have a lot of time to ourselves to think about our art and also meeting some interesting characters and interesting people, learning about the fishing industry, and it's been an absolute joy. It's been a lot of fun.
I think we had some expectations when we arrived here, but it was difficult to exactly know what was waiting for us. The first few weeks were great because we had the chance to meet so many artists of the local communities, and we found it very, very inspiring. And then from there, I think probably the darkness and all the time we spent together inside really allowed us to focus strongly on so many new ideas and to develop them with creativity and with other artists.
Norrlenska nautakjötið. Uppskrift af góðu kvöldi.